This video is brought to you by our friends at Mama Bear Legal Forms. Listen, talking about money can sometimes be very awkward, especially when it's with your family. So let's talk through 3 scary conversations you need to have with your family when it comes to money. And it's scary because right now it's all crazy and Halloween. See how we did that? See it? Scary? Just the tie-in, just cultural tie-in there. All right, the first scary conversation, boundaries. Yep, very uncomfortable. But some of you need to set some boundaries out there. I don't know if this is with your sibling, with in-laws, with friends. I don't know what it is, but when it comes to family and boundaries, it can get very scary and very awkward. If you've not read the book Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud, brilliant, so good. But listen, the holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. Christmas will be here before you know it, New Year's. And some people, you're sitting out there, you're listening to it, and you're like, oh, you're watching this video thinking, man, there's so many things that are gonna be happening in the next 3 months that our family doesn't wanna do, but we feel like we have to because we're obligated, because I'm gonna get a guilt trip from my mother, or fill in the blank, whatever it is. And you have to set boundaries. So whether that's time, whether that's conversations, whether that's money, whatever it is, having healthy boundaries is really important, and it empowers you. It allows you to really live a life that you want, because you're not doing this to be mean or to be rude, but you're doing it for the health of you and your nuclear family, right? Your spouse, your kids. Because making sure you guys are a strong family unit is so crucial. But extended family and those outside your nuclear family can sometimes get in the edges a little, and you kind of have to just put up a boundary. So again, it's awkward, but I suggest you still do it. Have the hard, scary conversations. And my one piece of advice would be for you to have it if it's your family. If it's your spouse's family, let them have the conversation. But if it's your family, you need to step in, have the awkward boundary conversation. It'll be good, promise. Number 2, have a conversation with your nuclear family about your will. Yes, it can be very scary to be thinking about this, but it's really, really crucial. And I love Mama Bear Legal Forms because they make creating a will so easy. I mean, they've broken the mold when it comes to wills. You don't have to go see a lawyer or go into some fancy office. You can do it all online at mamabearlegalforms.com, and they really do a great job walking you through how to create a will specific for you, state specific, and you get everything you need when it comes to that world, because that can be really confusing and intimidating. But again, they make it so simple for you, and you need to do it. Everyone needs a will. So not just that, but everyone needs to talk about what's in the will. You see these movies where this whole family's in this mahogany study, and the lawyer comes out and reads the will, and the sister gets this or the brother gets that, and it's oh, what? It's this big dramatic scene. You don't need any of that, okay? No. You just need to say, hey, I'm gonna over-communicate what's happening so everyone's on the same page. Because doing that makes it so much easier, because it's not if something's gonna happen to you, it's when something's gonna happen to you. And the more communication and the more you have planned out, it's gonna make that so simple. And it really will be less of a burden on your other family members. When that time comes, I promise you are going to really be able to take control of what's going on in that situation. So go to mamabearlegalforms.com, put all your information in and get a will. You can use promo code Rachel to get a discount, but make sure that you do that. All right, the last scary conversation to have with your family is about your money classroom. Okay, I write about this in my new book, Know Yourself, Know Your Money, but understanding how you grew up is super crucial. So what you can do is, you're gonna have your own experiences, and the way you interpreted some of those experiences is very unique to you. But I encourage you, if you have siblings, talk to them about it. Be like, hey, how do you feel like we grew up with money? Hear their perspective, because that may not only just trigger other memories for you, but give you a totally different observation, a totally different way of looking at it in your family dynamic that could be really helpful. And then I would even say, if your parents are still living, ask them how they grew up with money. If you've never talked to them about it, do it. Just ask, hey, I'm curious. Was your mom a spender? Was your dad a spender? You'll get all answers from all different types. It's amazing to hear the unique ways people grew up with money. And when you can hear that from your own parents, that may give you a little insight, a little information into how they raised you with money. Because you'll notice they may have done exactly what their parents did, to a T. And then some of them may have done the complete opposite. They'll be oh, I grew up and my parents spent everything. We were always broke. So now I never spend anything. And you're thinking, oh yeah, Mom, I get why now. I understand. So you can get a glimpse into your family unit, your family dynamic when you actually just talk about it. And those conversations don't have to be scary. Just ask questions, get to know your family a little bit more. It can seem scary, but I promise it's not. So having these scary conversations with your family all are really necessary, not just for your own growth, but to where you are financially. It really will help you have this great understanding of your life and build a really solid foundation. So if you want to pre-order my book, Know Yourself, Know Your Money, I dive so much deeper into all of those topics. You can go to rachelcruz.com, pre-order. You get a free ebook, free audiobook, and a free video lesson from me if you pre-order before January 5th. So make sure to check it out.